Speaking of DTs.
I made an overseer. It didn't work.
Crucially, though, we're still limiting those Colossus numbers, so I think we're in an okay position. Maybe not a good one.
Yeah. Well, he actually just made a really huge mistake engaging like that or moving out like that. So he just handed me a bunch of units. No.
Or
fuck.
2 in the basic force building.
Yeah.
Oh, it's blowing my mind that you're winning these fights.
Well, that's kind of the whole thing. If you just keep his Colossus count down.
Now it becomes Blink Stalker, DT, and probably eventually High Templar, right?
Yeah. Well, they can really do anything at this point because he has mass or full economy.
Yeah. Do you feel okay with your economy?
No, I'm dead. Like, the game's over.
Really?
Yeah. There's nothing you can really do once Protoss gets the economy up.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
Yep.
Mineral field depleted.
Positions like these are ones where I might advocate stuff like, you know, nidusing up to the high ground behind his 3rd or 4th.
Well, the way I played, I was just kind of putting everything on
Yeah.
killing. Oh, he actually has this really under defense.
No, Overseer. I'm really impressed with how on top of your detection you're staying.
Well, doesn't really matter.
Oh, whether or not it affects the outcome is irrelevant. It's just nice to see. So obviously things are really hard right now. Protoss is going to continue to be more cost effective than us for the rest of the game. If you can prevent him from expanding further, is there any chance?
Kind of ish. Yeah, I'm up a base right now, and he has been losing Colossus constantly, so it's not a completely lost cause. If he lets me get up this base here, I could win. But my army is so weak right now that really, if he's smart, he just builds up one more big army and goes and kills me.
Yeah,
That,
I do
if
feel
he
like
does
your
that, it
army
would be
is
very hard to
so
stop.
Tiny. But comparatively, from a completely objective point of view, his army doesn't feel that big either.
No, it's not. He has been trading a lot of units, investing a lot in tech, and he hasn't been controlling creep very well at all, so that's pretty big for me. It's not unwinnable.
I believe. I do have to say though, I feel like if we had the money for it, Broodlords would sure be nice right about now.
I honestly don't like Broodlords that much. I feel, unless you can get a ton of them and have all the proper support and stuff, I feel that the Lairtech army is actually more efficient. Broodlords are just so expensive, and Blink Stalkers deal with them very well.
Yeah, they do.
So I am not a huge fan. I will get them eventually, and in maps where I can't get as much economy, I will try and get them. But this is a good map for mass expansion, mass unit style, which I just feel is better. I think I am actually going to win. This is weird. He should have more units than he does. I'm not entirely sure what happened.
Maybe his units are somewhere else.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Oh, that's annoying.
Oh, take out the spire. The dick.
Yep.
The hive cluster is under attack.
I want to kill that.
Oh, what a bastard.
Yep.
This one's hard.
It is.
Are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack.
All he needs now is a mothership. One of the problems I have with Broodlords is it seems like at the stage of the game that I like to add them, I feel like I lose all my corruptors and then I can't deal with the Colossi and it doesn't matter anyway.
Mineral field depleted.
But I still do like Broodlords.
The hive cluster is under attack. The hive cluster is under attack.
I think it's really noteworthy that you've kind of stayed on about 60 drones this whole game.
Yeah, I generally play relatively low drone just because I like having units and stuff, but it's usually not enough to beat the Protoss army at this point anyway.
Right.
The hive cluster.
Some of the other guys I've had on the show have different takes on it. Machine likes, like he said, you can go to as much as 85. Of course, Rhett shares a mindset more similar with yours. He says he doesn't like going past 70.
Yeah, me and Red talk about that a lot because we're not entirely sure, either of us, what the ideal amount is.
Our forces are under attack.
Well, there is no good position here. I was just trying to take out the Colossus, but it doesn't really matter.
Mineral field depleted.
I feel like I can hear your eyes turning red.
Our forces
No,
are
I
under
know that Zerg.
That's just the sound of frustration, I guess. Or just acceptance of the inevitable.
It's fine. That's how things are.
Is the reason that you're continuing to make hydras and not roaches, is that
Well-
because of just the obscene effectiveness of hydras against gateway units?
Yeah, your goal at this point is to take out his corruptors, or his Colossus somehow, and then hydras clean up very efficiently.
I think one of the mistakes that a lot of players make around my level is that they just stick on roach forever, and it just doesn't get it done against the big gateway army.
Yeah.
our forces are under attack. The high cluster is
Okay.
under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not fun.
High cluster is under attack.
It's actually heart-wrenching. GG, sir.
Yeah. This game is ridiculous.
It certainly feels that way some of the times. But I mean, hey, that was a 35-minute macro war, and there were definitely some high points, and a lot of learning can be taken from that. I guess we could probably add Jeff to the call now and take a few questions if you're up for it.
Sure.
All right. Call back the man. If he wants to answer. And I guess while that's ringing, I'll go ahead and pull up the questions.
What's up?
Hey, Jeff. Nice game, sir.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Still.
Can you hear me? Hello?
There we go. I had to turn the volume back up.
Oh, cool. All right. So first and foremost, thanks for the games.
Yeah. In my games against you, I have to apologize. I played pretty dang sloppy. Not to try to steal your thunder. I know it's
No, I told Greg after that game that I felt like you gave me that one, which I appreciate, but pushing out that far on creep was silly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that happens. Like honestly, every day I'm like, hey, don't do that. That's stupid. And then I'd log on, do it, lose. It's like, yeah.
It happens. It happens. Anyways, I'm going to take a couple questions here. I'll kick them around to both you guys so that we can kind of spread it out a little bit and get some extra dialogue. We're going to probably take questions for 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll let y'all do your plugs, and we'll wrap up. Thanks to both of you for being up. I know, idrA, you're in Korea, so I guess this is prime time for you.
It's actually the middle of the day for me.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But thank you, Jeff, for sticking with me here at 2 in the morning.
It's always a pleasure, man. You're doing such great stuff. It's not even a question to stay up and do
Well,
it.
I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to doing it with LZ tomorrow night. So question number 1, idrA, for you first. Could you talk a little bit about the graphics settings and the resolution that you play on, and maybe talk about why?
I just have everything on low because when I first switched to Start 2, I had a really bad computer. It was actually bare minimum settings to run it at all.